and the tailor used to earn a lot because of them. He knew the villagers had no other option and he became arrogant. If anyone goes to him with a complaint regarding his stitches, he would misbehave and get into an argument with them. People were upset with him. One day, a poor woman comes with her child to the village and starts living there. The only work she knew was sewing, and she starts stitching clothes in the village. Her sewing was good, and she was very soft spoken and friendly person. So the people of the village started going to her to get their clothes stitched. She earns enough. On the other hand, the arrogant tailor's source of income almost stops due to her. He was jealous seeing him upset. His wife goes to the woman and explains her situation. She tells her she would buy her shop if she agrees to leave the village. The woman too agrees to sell her shop. After taking the money, she leaves the village with her child. And the same evening, unaware of all this, the arrogant tailor, who was filled with jealousy and anger, goes to the shop the same night and sets it ablaze. Everything turns into ashes. When his wife comes to know about it, she tells him that the shop he burnt was his own, as she bought it from the lady tailor. The tailor then realized what his mistake and had been, but could not do nothing about it. In this story, the tailor's greed and jealousy turned into anger. He lost his power to discriminate, due to which he was bewildered, which led to loss and intellect. Loss of intellect. Thus, he got into a wrong path, leading destruction. Solution: we should be alert and stop ourselves at the very first thought of such. The dismissal at the first thought is very easy, but by the time it becomes an uncontrollable desire, it is impossible to stop.
Wonderful, no? Such a lovely story. All of you can unmute and tell Megha.
Amazing. Thank you, Megha.
Thank you. Really.
It's a perfect story for the 3 or 4 stanzas you are going to read. Krodha bhavati sammoha.
So what's the moral of the story? Finally, just one more line you tell us, Megha, why we should, what happens when you get angry? In your own words, you tell us.
Turn into destruction.
Anger burns myself only. It doesn't burn the other person. It burns me, isn't it? He burnt his own shop, no?
Yes.
Perfect. Excellent story. And this is, there's nothing more one can tell about this shloka, right? It's perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you, Megha. Thank you so much. Thank you, Deepa. Okay. So shall we go to 64? Let us go to 64 shloka. Okay. Wow, screen share. All right. So 64, Now in 62, 63, 63, God gave us the 8 steps to destruction. Here he is giving the nice little toning it down, like how it can be better, how we can go up in the world. Okay. So give me a second. I'll just shift from.
Can we have a quick recap of the eight ways to destruction?
All right. Yeah, sure. Why not? We can chant the other shlokas again, right? Those two, 62, 63. Krodhat bhavati sammoha. You want to do that?
Yes, just a quick recap.
Kidok. Am I sharing screen? No. I think all of us know the shlokas now, basically. Something it's acting up here. I'm not able to share screen. I don't know why.
No, I don't want even the slokas. Just
Actually,
mentally tell me 8 steps to destruction.
okay. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. Not just me, anyone can share. Krodhat bhavati. No, first it starts with wait. That is the this is
62nd one, is it? The 62nd Dhyayato Vishyan Punsa.
Heli Padmaja, you carry on.
Dhyayato Vishyan Punsa Sangas Teshu Pajayate Sangat Sanjayate Kama Kamat Krodho
Vijayate. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha.
Vijayate. Krodhat Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Brahmashat Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranashyati.
Yes. So
yeah, these two are the ones.
Yeah, it all starts with Dhyayato Vishayan Punsaha, when you are constantly contemplating on objects of the senses. Vishaya means objects. Dhyayata, you are contemplating on the objects of the senses. Sangaha teshu upajayate. So you develop an attachment to the sense, like how you keep on seeing an advertisement on TV about something, even if you don't want, subconsciously you start wanting that thing. Sangaha, you have an attachment to it. Sangat sanjayate kamaha. From attachment, it leads to it becomes stronger, it becomes a desire. And from kamat krodho bijayate. Why? When the desire is not fulfilled, it becomes krodhaha. Then anger, krodhat bhavati sammohaha. So like the tailor, it becomes a clouding of judgment happens. Sammohat smruti vibhramaha. That is smruti vibhramaha is complete. This viveka is lost. It's not memory. It is that the faculty of discrimination is lost. Smruti vibhramaha. Smruti bhramshaha buddhi nashaha. That is complete, you get completely deluded. And then buddhi natas pranashyati. That's it. Your life. Pranashyati, vinashyati, everything. Pranashyati. So that is the
beautiful.
That is
Wonderful.
The Lord's warning to all of us. And it is nothing extraordinary. We all, we know that. I mean, we experience it. Yeah, tell me, Nirmala.
It is like I take the ball to the first floor, but the ball slips. And what happens? Once it slips, it doesn't stop in the first step. It goes down, 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 down.
True.
Like that, 8 steps. Down, 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 down.
Jack and Jill. Yeah. Okay. Right. So this is a simple formula for destruction. Not for Vaikunta, for this one.
It is that 99th snake in the snake and ladder.
99 snake of the snake and ladder. Okay, now here we are at 64. Okay, let us chant. All of us take turns in chanting. Raga dvesha viyuktaistu विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति. Beautiful shloka.
रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति.
Yes.
युक्तैतु विषयानि इन्द्रियेश्वरन् आत्मवश्यार् विधेयात्मा अधिगच्छति.
Yes, carry on.
रागद्वेषविमुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियाश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति.
रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति.
रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैरि is that correct? Atmavashyai
Vashyai vidheyatma.
Atmavashyai vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati.
Ragadvesha viyuktasri tu vishayam indriyashcharam atmavashyar videyatma prasadam adhigacchati.
रागद्वेषवियुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति.
Beautiful. So, all of us done chanting? Padma, you want to share the understanding? All of us can share first. Should, not must, should. The meaning, but one who controls the mind and is free from attachment and aversion, raga dvesha viyuktaha, free from attachment and aversion. Even while using the objects of the senses, he attains the grace of God. So here, God is actually giving us a solution. It is not a hopeless situation because we are constantly exposed to the senses, world of senses. So how do we live in the world of senses? This is the shloka which gives us the answer. So Padmaja, please carry on. I know you have a lot of material to tell us. Yes.
Here it says that the entire downward spiral leading to, like how Nirmala was telling, 99 to 1 in that, the entire downward spiral leading to ruin begins with
Your audio is not happening.
contemplating happiness in sense of it all starts. So the urge for happiness is as natural to the soul as the thirst is to the physical body.
Correct.
Envision happens in the right direction in God. If we repeatedly revise the thought that happiness is in God, we will develop an attachment towards Him. This divine attachment will not degrade the mind like material attachment. Rather, it will purify it.
Excellent.
God is all pure. Attachment and aversion are two sides of the same coin. Aversion is nothing but negative attachment. In attachment, the object of attachment repeatedly comes to one's mind. Similarly, in aversion, object of hatred keeps popping into the mind. So both attachment and aversion to material objects dirty the mind. Basically, it is saying that we shouldn't
Padmaja.
The best example is,
get attached. No, sorry.
go ahead.
When the mind is free from both attachment and
Okay.
aversion, it is absorbed and receives the grace of God and experiences his unlimited divine bliss. On experiencing this higher taste, the mind no longer feels at rest. Even while you taste, touch something, hearing or seeing, smelling, the sthita prajna is free from both attachment and aversion.
I want to say 3 things.
Yes.
Number 1, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa used to say, apply your hand with oil and then open the jackfruit. That become absolutely engrossed in God and live the life.
Correct.
You'll be detached.
Perfect.
Number 1. Number 2, I don't know whether you people have realized, when you're angry with somebody, believe it or not, you think of that person much more than whom you love. You'll be going on, that lady, she did this to me. How dare, how that lady, has to be punished. That lady has, I have to make her pay for this. This is what you will be thinking, going on and on and on. It will be a very strong bond.
Like how Kamsa was thinking of Krishna.
No, like how Shakuni was thinking of Krishna all the time.
Right.
And the last one is, Jay Vijaya did not allow these rishis who look like young people to enter the gates of heaven. So they cursed him, both Jay Vijaya, to be born in the earth. They went and fell at Krishna's feet, Narayana's feet, and said, please reduce our this thing. So he said, I give you 2 options. You can have a life of devotees as 100 Janma, or as haters of Narayana, 3 Janma.
Correct.
They hated, when they were hating Narayana, they were so intense, they could come back to Narayana in just 3 Janmas.
Right.
That's a fast process.
Correct.
Super fast process because of the intensity of hatred.
Okay. So what are you suggesting? Shall we hate Narayana or shall we love him now?
It is because of the intensity. It is the intensity I'm trying to, put, underlining and italics and red line and all that.
Absolutely. Agree.
Hatred leads to intensity of things. So
Yes.
don't hate.
Correct.
Narayana, if you want, you can hate and go to him. But generally, you don't want to become world-wide. So don't hate world-wise.
Good. Okay. Thank you, Nirmala. Right. You're right.
My bag is over. My bag is over.
No. It will come up. It has more goodies. It will come up when the next shloka comes along. So who else wants to share about this shloka? One who controls the mind and is free from attachment and aversion, even while using the object of senses, he is free from and he will attain to God. Who else wants to share anything about this?
Yeah, can I?
Yes, Kamala, please.
So here they are mentioning about balancing. So there are some likes and dislikes in us. And the one thing, like in Jaya Vijaya story only, one is that attachment towards the consciousness. So once we gradually develop that consciousness, we will become purified. But at the same time, we need to give up some harmful things. So then only then only when we attain that balance only, we will get that prasada, that is the purity and higher consciousness and blissfulness. So in this Jaya Vijaya story also, that they were very devoted to the God, but at the same time they had the pride, they did not allow the people inside. So because of that, all the good things they had so far carrying, they lost everything.
Okay.
So
So
that kind of
they should have had the discrimination to let at least these sages go in. Correct.
right.
Correct.
So here, when there is another example that there is a fencing, electrical fencing around a building, and we whatever we want under treasure or within the building only. But when we think that our treasure is only outside, then we cannot be in peace inside the building. So we need to have that discrimination, that the pure happiness and bliss is inside us, and we need to develop that.
Very nice. Correct. Yes.
To,
Perfectly
yeah,
said.
to summarize, it's more like samachitta, have overcome all your senses, and then have balance towards what you go through or experience or something, and you have that detachment also. You're enjoying, but at the same time, you're not attached for those senses. Yeah.
Yes. Correct. Anyone else?
In Kashi, what is so special about that Manikarnika Ghat?
They burn all the, that's the ghat, right? Smashan ghat.
Yeah.
What is so special?
Every day, I heard that every day only some 263 corpses are burnt, and not a corpse less or not a corpse, more. Is it right?
It's an ongoing process. Continuously, they keep doing it. Yeah.
The speciality is the Ganges takes a right about turn there.
Oh, okay. That I didn't know.
We have to turn inwards like that instead of going outwards. Going outwards is the Indriya way. Going inwards is the God way. So every time you see, people will be quoting about Manikarnika Ghat. Tulsidas wrote his Ramacharita there.
Okay.
And it is very powerful there. Why? Because it is turning the absolute, the root of the river.
Inward.
Absolute.
Journey has to be reversed.
Reversed. So in Kathopanishad, it comes at Paranchikani. That is our this thing is like that fan which goes like this around. It doesn't go backwards like that. So our mind is, modeled in such a way that it will go only outside. It cannot go inside. So there was a big conference of all the gods. Oh my God, where can we keep this Atma? Shall we keep it beyond 7 seas? Oh, man will go there. Shall we keep this beyond 7 mountains? Oh, man will somehow go there. So one person said, yeah, let's do one thing. We'll just keep it in his heart.
Yes.
The same way, 2 travelers were going. One was a thief, another was a very rich diamond merchant. And the thief said, somehow I should steal away the diamond from him. So at night, very quietly, he lay down and went to sleep. He was just waiting for that rich man to sleep. And once he slept, this man was busy. He searched everywhere, everywhere, but he couldn't find it. The next day, they were going to part ways. And he said, See, I am supposed to be a very intelligent and smart thief, but I have lost it with you. Where exactly did you hide that diamond? Can anybody guess?
Yes, I know where it's going, so others can take a shot.
His stomach. Did he swallow it or something?
He
No?
kept it under that person who, under his pill only, which he didn't realize it. He was searching the other way, but it was under his own thing,
It was under the
something like that.
thief's pillow.
It was right under his own nose,
Yeah,
under his own head, but he was looking for it elsewhere.
which he did not. Yeah, he did not know it. He did not expect that it will happen.
Yes, very nice. Nice, Nirmala. Good. So that is how God is. Oh, you know about the donkey which Mullah Nazruddin was smuggling across the border? Who knows? Okay, Anu knows. Anu, you want to tell us?
Having almost choking cough from quite some time. You can
Okay.
continue.
So
This
this Mullah Nazruddin is a very famous character, no? I mean, for all fictional Tattva stories are set through this Mullah Nazruddin. Once this Mullah was smuggling things. He was always moving between India and Pakistan border, always. Okay. So the Indians were suspecting this bugger is smuggling something across the border. Pakistanis were also suspecting, oh, this bugger is smuggling something across the border. But all he was doing was sitting on the donkey and going up and down, coming up and down. And every time they used to frisk him up and down thoroughly, nothing they would find. Finally, one official got very fed up and he bowed to him and did namaskar and said, Mullah, please tell, we know you are up to something very strange. We know you're smuggling something. What is it? Mullah said, donkey. I'm smuggling the donkey. So that's what we are doing. We are smuggling, we are riding on the back of consciousness, and we don't know that we are, right, the treasure is right there. Okay, so that's a beautiful anecdote. Now one question.
Mullah Nasruddin was a wise man of Middle East origin.
Okay. Afghanistan border. Okay.
Not Afghanistan.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I want one question regarding this shloka, one question to all of us. How do I select a restaurant? My birthday is coming up, by the way. Please congratulate me. We are selecting a restaurant to go and have my party. So how do we generally select a restaurant? You tell me. It's a no-brainer.
Good food.
Okay.
It's a no-brainer. So I said good food.
I guess all of us will agree. Proximity, good food. Basically, it's the taste. Huh? Enama, Shweta? Ambience, cleanliness. Yeah.
And whether if you're a vegetarian, you want vegetarian, right? Or like what kind of food is served.
Correct. Parking, yeah, absolutely critical.
And cost.
Cost. Jayashree? Jayashree, you said something?
Reviews, I said.
Reviews.
How good the
net or from friends, correct. So all these things, all these logical and practical things we do, and basically it's the taste. We want to go and have good food, basically, right? It's a taste. So, in the case of a Jnani, see, we are so used to the palate. We are so used to a certain kind of taste. We love, we can't tolerate any other change in taste, or we get agitated. We might tolerate it for some time, but when we have to eat something, we'll always choose the best or what is according to my taste. But the Gnani, says Krishna in this shloka, the Gnani does not eat, for example, for enjoyment, because his entire senses are under his control. He has no strong likes and dislikes. The palate doesn't reject something or accept something. He just eats to sustain himself, herself.
That is why before you become a sannyasi, the first thing they say is go and take Diksha and come.
Bhiksha and come. That he should.
Because you have to be ready with the rotten food they give. You have
Yes.
to be ready with the good food they give.
Yes.
You have to be ready with the uncooked food they give. You have
Correct.
to be ready with overcooked food they give.
Yes.
The tasteless food they give.
Yeah.
So
You know
many
why?
things are there.
Correct. Yeah.
So you just eat to survive.
Eat to
Not
survive. Not
not to live
survive.
to eat.
It is not even the survive is not the right word. Sustain the body. That's all. Why? Because Atma Vashyaihi Vidhe Atma. His mind. Here Atma is Atma refers to the mind. His mind is Atma Vashyaihi, it's under his control. And therefore, when the mind is under your control, the senses also come under my control. That's the thing. That is how Jnani.
Not nice. Achhi, not nice.
Not
Oh,
nice
it's
thing.
so salty. Oh, it's so hot. No.
None of that is
Anything
happening.
okay.
That is what the example he is giving here in this shloka. How raga dvesha vyuktaha, how that person behaves and how one Pamara behaves. With all the likes and dislikes, full from top to the bottom, filled with likes and dislikes. Naturally, my life is going to be a mess. Every moment I'm trying to make life adjust to my tastes, my proclivities, my preferences, or the preferences of the others around me. It is such a hard, tough job, isn't it?
All the time we are judging people, no?
Judging, yeah, likes, dislikes happening all the time. So Atma Vashyai Vidaya Atma, that is what one who controls the mind and he's free from sense enjoyments. And therefore, this is how you get to enjoy the world. When we don't have any preferences, you just enjoy whatever comes in front of you. That's all there is to it.
I want to tell you a story.
Huh?
I want to tell you a story.
Huh.
The apple says, oh, orange, you're too tangy.
Huh.
The orange says, oh, you're so bland. But if the orange tasted like apple and apple tasted orange, how is it possible? It has to be natural yourself. I am me, Purnima is she. You cannot change according to what you see and what you have to be yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody is born with a certain agenda in this world. And orange is the tanginess. If you squeeze the orange, what do you get? What do you get? It's a question.
Juice.
Tangy juice. If you squeeze apple, what do you get?
Plant juice.
Ample juice.
Apple juice. If you squeeze Nirmala, what do you get?
We get jokes.
Stories and stories.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you squeeze Anu, what do you get?
We get laughter.
I know. See?
So the point is, yeah.
Okay, what do you get if you squeeze Padmaja?
We get Vidya. We get all this Gyan.
She shares her knowledge with us.
Nice. What do you get if you squeeze Purnima?
I don't know, 1 hour of, whatever, tolerance. You will be exercising your muscles of titiksha, patience.
Knowledge
No, we get a
You get knowledge
wonderful.
when it please you.
No, we get a wonderful manana for one
Okay, but
hour.
tell us the point, Nirmala. What is the point of all this? Tell me.
The point is, whatever you are, that's what people will get from you.
Again, this is also another thing. Whatever you are, people get from you. Everyone is different individually.
Yeah.
And sometimes when parents, especially in parents compare, oh, look at that kid, look at this kid is excelling, that kid is excelling. They have all different way of learning, doing things.
Yes.
And when they compare, they put a lot of stress and pressure.
Yeah.
Not only kids, it happens in every stage of life of a person. Whatever they go.
Yeah. Have I frozen or? ಈ ಮಧ್ಯ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರತ್ತೆ ಶಶಿ, ಬಲೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ನನ್ಗಿದು. UPS ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಲೇಬೇಕು.
If in the competition the fish is asked to climb the tree, what happens? It will lose.
Yeah.
Person is drinking. A person is having a cup of tea in his hand and drinking the tea. Somebody walks by and nudges him, and his hand is taken and the tea spills. Why did the tea spill? Why did the tea spill, please?
It didn't spill, is it?
Illa, the tea spilled. The tea floor. Why did the tea spill? Yaake tea chaltu.
Jerk, motion, I mean, whatever, physics.
Somebody nudged it.
It was full, it was overflowing.
Overflowing, correct. True, true, true.
Because there was tea in the person's hand. Okay, the tea, because the tea was in his hand. If it had been coffee, as you said just now, whatever is inside spills out. Okay?
Nice point.
So if there was juice in the hand.
How nice.
Really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Excellent.
Nice example. So this is
but can I say one more thing though?
Yes, please.
Sorry. So I also feel like, every situation, every person, right? Like, I think we have a blend of stuff, right? We have oranges, we have orange juice, apple juice, name it. I think we have everything in us as a person, right? But I truly believe the people you're in contact with, every person can draw a different juice out of you, right? So I feel as an adult, as I'm growing more and more older, I feel like I should surround myself with people who bring the right juice out of me, right? We say we avoid toxic people. Why do we call people toxic? So are they really toxic? No, they're toxic to us because they bring a side of us which we don't care for.
True.
Maybe it's a very bitter Karela juice is what they bring out for us, right? So I think at the end of the day, I think we our pot is full of different flavors, and it's the sangha, the people who we are with, and how do we, what side do we want to bring out more, and what side do we need to nourish more is what is important, is what I feel. So
excellent, Shweta. But Shweta, you be the person who brings out the best in the other person also.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a responsibility.
Yeah.
Yes.
Responsibility.
A spiritual responsibility.
Yeah.
Yes. I see, if you go and meet the Jnani, how nicely he calms your, uncontrollable desires, uncontrollable indriyas and all. They are calmed down in the presence of a Jnani.
True.
Whereas you go to a worldly man, he instigates you into action.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to buy a Rolls Royce. You will come back saying you had no desire for it, but he has, sold it to you and you have fallen for it straight.
Very, very true. Very true. Very true. The Sangha is very important.
As Shweta says, it is the company.
Sangha.
And only if you are lucky, you will fall into the company like Dharma Kshetra, where you get to talk out all the things which is clogging your mind.
Yes. You know what happens when we come to Dharma Kshetra? We get prasada. In this shloka, he says, prasadam ajigacchati. This prasada is a very, very wonderful word here. What we regularly think of as prasada is offering from, prasada from God. That is fine. But here says prasada in this shloka means a very, very serene mind. Prasada. Prasada buddhi means one who is always very calm, serene, undisturbed, equipoised. That buddhi we will get, says the Lord. Prasadham adhigacchati. When the senses are under one's control, you get the prasada buddhi. And what is that prasada? How does the prasada buddhi come? God says the definition of prasada is indriyanam prayatnena vina. Without much effort, the mind and senses are completely under control. What a blessing. See how much we have to struggle to subdue our senses and minds if we are aware that too. But effortlessly they come under your control. And what a blessing that is. That is the prasada. That is
What
the
is it? What is it?
prasada buddhi you get. See in this
What is prasada buddhi?
serene mind.
Balanced state of mind.
Serene, effort,
Shanti.
shanta, effortlessly shanta. That is prasada.
That is when you go to a jnani, this is what you get.
No,
as
no, no.
prasada.
When you follow the teachings of Krishna, when the indriyas and in mind and senses are under your control, atma vashyaihi vidheryatma, when the senses are under your control, prasadam adhigacchati. You have that prasada of the very, very calm and beautiful mind, which is not disturbed by even by dussanga, which you can talk about Rolls Royce from till the cows come home and you will not want to buy a Rolls Royce. That is the, and what will be my attitude towards the world with a prasada buddhi? That is very important. At least at our level, forget about the prasada buddhi of the jnani. At least at our level, I think we have come to a stage when we can say, from getting agitated with every little thing, we are able to said, so what? We are able to come to that stage, hopefully, I think. From what to so what is the journey. What do you say?
Correct.
Is that a beautiful phrase?
Yes.
From what to so what? Nice, no?
I'm still in the what, but I really appreciate this little thing. What to so what?
Yeah, from what? What to so what? That's it. Yeah. Today,
the animation is perfect.
Yes, I really enjoyed it.
See, 2 years ago, the delta, oh my God, it was such a scary bloody thing. Now something else is scary. Not that that scare has gone away, but at least. So that is enough.
IC.25.
Huh?
The boy who cried wolf, it has become. He cried wolf all the time.
The world is always crying wolf. We are the ones who run out and shut the door all the time. Run into a cave. We should not be doing that. From what to so what? Let that be our journey. Right?
Fortunately, from pandemic, it has become epidemic. That's why we are able to talk so much.
Do you know what else is lurking around the corner? Some other
Monkeypox.
Huh?
Monkeypox.
Ayo, yeah. Let the monkeys come. No problem.
No, it is the pox.
It's a pox.
Monkey
Like
is
smallpox, family of poxes.
So that's the prasada buddhi, not disturbed. So what actually disturbs the jnani then? Does anything disturb a jnani? The prasada buddhi wala, does he get disturbed?
His prarabdha
also doesn't disturb. It will come and go because it is part of the world. Prarabdha comes to body. No, body is an object. It comes and goes. It's also the world which is changing world. It's part of the body and mind is also part of the world which is changing.
He is disconnected from the body, mind, and intellect.
He is disconnected from the body, mind, and intellect. Nanu nanembudu nanalla. Ee deha buddhi nanalla.
He is only functionally operating.
Functionally operating.
He picks up the food, eats. Yes, he will do that. He doesn't know the taste. He's not interested.
Yeah, he has got only bhoga vasanas, not bandha vasanas. Bhoga vasanas is just that is required for survival. Bhoga vasanas. Eat, drink, sleep, all that he will do. No bandha vasanas, no bondages that can tie him down at all. All right. So what Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says that for such a prasada buddhi jnani, only a divine restlessness is there. Always restless to see God or feel God or be in God realization or be in samadhi, whatever. He talks from a bhakta point of view. Vedantins will not even agree with this. But the divine restlessness, if you have any restlessness, let it be for God. If you have any raga dvesha, let it be for God. Like what Nirmala said, very true. You want to be angry with something, be angry with God. If you want to hate someone, hate God. So everything centered around God. That is that Vyakulata, he calls it, that Vyakulata. What we call Mumukshatva is the Vyakulata also. Divine restlessness for everything is.
I want to tell you something.
Hmm.
With 2 words, I can tell you full Ramayana and Mahabharata. Who were the cause of it?
Acha.
2 words.
Okay.
Kuni, Shakuni.
Koni.
Kuni is Manthara.
Mantara and Shakuni.
Finished.
Right. Correct.
Game over.
Game over. Checkmate. Done.
Nitidhyasana time.
Okay, you want to do Nididhyas. So what's the solution for all this? Are we all scared about this horrible view of, and near impossible standards that has been set for us by God to achieve moksha? Are we all scared or what? I want to know. Does it sound impossible to achieve?
Not really.
Not really?
One step at a time.
One step at a time.
Practice, and then you get towards that. Understand.
Fortunately, I am in Dharma Kshetra. I have the belief that step by step, I will be led to the in the right direction.
What about Padmaja? What do you think? Kamala, Deepa, all of us, please share. What do you think? Is it a very tall order?
If we start, it's about our perception. If we think that it is an enjoyable journey, then definitely it will lead us to the right destination.
Well said. Exactly. Yes, Padma. Same thing. Same. Sneha, Jayashri has gone somewhere.
I know that at least from what, step by step, I may go to the so what. At least I know that possibility is there now.
Yes. Okay. So there is only one solution. One has to expand. That's all. See, a pinch of salt in a small glass of water is very, 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 very salty. Yuck. You can't have it. But if the same pinch of salt is put in a lake, no, the water is still sweet. So, should I be a pond or should I be a lake? Should I be a glass of water or should I be a lake? So, if I expand myself, you pour any amount of dirt into me, I can tolerate it. Isn't it? If I am very small and restricted, I'm going to suffer. So, Bhuma.
It's like lotus flower also being in that pond.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
With those ponds, dirt and everything.
Correct.
Or the lotus leaves, right? That's what you're saying, Anu, right?
So yeah,
It's not the
lotus and the flower, because end of the day it's there like in a marshy water.
Yeah, muddy water or cuddle water.
Muddy marshy water,
yeah.
And it doesn't get affected with it.
Yes.
The bee from somewhere comes and drinks the honey and goes away. The frog is sitting just down, quack, 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 quacking, and doesn't get nothing.
And there's one more beautiful example which I remember just now I want to share. There are a lot of fish swimming and the fisherman comes and casts his net. So we are all the fish all around in the world, muddy waters of the world, looking for worms to eat here, there, everywhere. We are scared, frantically looking for food. And the fisherman comes and he casts this net and so many fish get caught. That is the Maya. We all get caught in the Maya. But the ones who are not caught in the net of Maya are the ones who are very near the feet of the fisherman. very near the feet of God, the Mayadhisha. That's what we need to be.
Nice.
When you are at the feet of Lord, or when the dhyana, the nidhi is at the feet of the Lord, nidhi dhyasa. Nidhi is my concentration, my focus, my energies, all my faculties are at the feet of the Maya Dhisha. I will not get caught in the net of the Maya.
Nidhi is the treasure.
Nidhi is the treasure. Nyasa is where I deposit it. Right? So that is Nidhi Dhyasa for today.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's
Yeah.
why I said this, this class is making us all think aloud. And that's why it is very, very eye-opening. Every sentence is an eye-opener.
Starting from Megha's story today, which is so beautiful. Megha, next class also, you please tell us a beautiful story if you have anything. All right. Every class you share one story with us, Megha. Done.
Okay, ma'am.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. So lovely to have you with us. All right, shall we close for the day? Okay, I will just recite 3 shlokas from the Ashtavakra Gita, which I love very much as part of the Nidhi Dhyasa. What happens when you expand yourself, right? When I am very constricted, of course, I know it's going to be very horrible for me. But if I become limitless, which I am supposed to be, I am supposed to be limitless. I am not limited by time or space or causation, which is this body of mine in this manifest world. I am not that, apparently. We have been hearing about it, but when I really become limitless, how does it feel? Ashtavakra tells Janaka how it feels when you are limitless. Okay? Ananta, when I become Ananta, Alpa. Now I'm a very Alpa. When I become Ananta, what happens is Mai Ananta Mahambhodau Vishwapota Itastataha. In the infinite ocean of myself, the world boat, Vishwapota, the boat of the world, Itastatha, wanders here and there. Okay? Wanders here and there. Brahmanti swantavatena na mama asti asahishnuta. Okay? The boat is driven by its own inner wind. The world itself is blown by its own inner wind. But I am not upset by that. It doesn't affect me at all because I am the infinite, limitless ocean. In which one simple little boat is just, being tossed about by its own inner wind. So the world has got its own momentum. It is propelled by causation, by all the cosmic collective karmas of all the little living beings, driven by their own vasanas. The world is also being driven. Some Xi Jinping comes along, some Biden comes along, some Imran Khan comes along. They all drive the affairs of the world according to their vasanas, and the little fellows all follow. But I am the infinite ocean. Nothing happens to me. Mai ananta mahambodau vishwapota itastataha brahmanti swantavatena na mamasti asahishnuta. I don't have even a little asahishnuta. I have complete tolerance, forbearance towards everything that's happening in the world. That is one shloka. Another one, Mayananta Mahambodo Jagadvichi Swabhavataha Udetu Astamayatu Name Vruddhihi Na Kshatihi. My Ananta Mahambodo. Again, I am the vast, limitless ocean. Jagadvichihi. The world is a wave. Jagad Vichi is a wave. The world is a wave. Swabhavataha is the nature of the water to become a wave and rise and fall. Jagad Vichi Swabhavataha. It is the world waves rise and vanish of their own in the infinite ocean of myself. But Udetu Astama, they rise and fall. But Na me Vruddhihi Nakshati. I am neither increasing nor there is no increase in me or there is no diminution in me. I am the infinite ocean. Come what may, hundreds of waves, tsunamis come and go, nothing happens to me. Then Mai Ananta Mahabodha Vishwam Nama Vikalpanaha. I am the infinite ocean, and there's an imagination called the world is taking place in me. Imagine, this is the ultimate. The world is an imagination in my head. It's all in my mind. When I'm in deep sleep, there is no world. There is no world in my deep sleep. There is no I'm not even aware of my own little body, my own little self. I don't know my name. I have no identity when I'm asleep. The world is also not there when I'm asleep. So when I'm awake, the world is coming up with me in my imagination. That is what Vedanta tells us. It is very, very hard to wrap our minds around it, but that's the truth. The world sets with me and rises with me in my mind. If you just go to bed with this thought, amazing transformation. Really. I mean, imagine that. It's really, really difficult to get wrap our minds around this, that the world is an imagination in my mind. Okay. But nothing happens to me. Ati shantaha nirakaraha etadeva aham astitaha. I'm nothing but existence itself, and I'm ati shantaha, and I'm extremely peaceful, and I'm formless. I don't have a form. The world has a form. I don't have a form. My body has a form. It appears in this form, but I am nothing. I am just the Ananta Mahambodhi, the ocean of peace and tranquility. That is what my real nature. Yes.
Yasmin Vigyate Sarvam Vigyatam Bhavati. Is one of the Upanishad Vakya. Knowing which I know everything in this world.
Yes.
How is it possible? There is a necklace, there is a ring, there is a bangle, there is a netti chutti, there is a something else, Uddiyana.
Yeah.
Okay. But we say, knowing which I know everything of this. What is it? If I know that they are all made of gold, I know everything.
I know the bangle, I know the necklace, I know the ring, everything. I just have to know the gold.
Yes. I have to know that I am consciousness. Once I know, this name and the form doesn't matter.
Yes, that's it.
Purna is consciousness.
Yes.
Sutta is consciousness. Padmaja is consciousness. Padma is consciousness. Kamala is consciousness. So we are only consciousness. This name and form is only superficial. Finished.
Yes. Nice. Okay.
Bye.
Let's conclude for the day.
Wonderful, wonderful class. Thank you so much.
Thank you.